Aid slash inciting harmful behavior. Ahmad put his finger through his open zipper and got his teacher's attention. Alright guys, story time. This is story time of how I showed my teacher my dick. Now essentially, I didn't show her my dick, but she thought she saw my dick, so all the events I left after that were about like her seeing my dick, and it was like crazy. But let's get into it. I'm not gonna say her name. I'm gonna, for privacy reasons, I'm gonna say Miss Johnson, alright? I was gonna say Miss Johnson, but she was my English teacher. So basically, like this is not like every other single school day, because I was fasting during Ramadan. So I was only getting 2 hours of sleep like every single day, and this went on for like, it goes on for like a month. So like this is like 2 weeks in of 2 hours of sleep every single day. So basically, I wake up 2 hours of sleep. I'm fried. I go to school. First period, amazing. I have an amazing teacher for first period, bro. Shout out to him, bro, for computer science. Second period, I go to my English class. All right, my English class. So English class is where like this Miss Johnson lady is. Like she's my teacher for English. All right. I go in here, bro. It's like it's the same old bullshit. You gotta go open up the book, read pages, and everyone gets extra points if you want to do extra pages after that. I don't give a fuck about the extra points, bro. What the fuck? Like I don't give a fuck about those extra points. So I'm on my phone. I'm just on my phone, and I see this prank of an African dude who put a sausage between his pants, his zipper of his pants.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
So I'm like, oh, yo, this shit's funny. And he was like going around in public and showing people like these stunts and everything. So I'm like, yo, this is kind of funny. Well, I should do this. So basically, I put my thumb inside of my pants like this and showed it to my friend on the left of me. His reaction was like, yo, at first like this, because he actually thought it was my dick too. So I showed it to him and he started laughing. I'm like, yo, oh, he thinks it's funny. So I showed it to the right of me. I think on the right of me was like a hijabi shorty. So I showed it to her. I did this to her too. I think it was hijabi shorty or like a different shorty. I just did this. I popped my thing out like this. And then she was like scared at first too. But then I just started laughing at it. Like, I'm like, alright, so it's funny, right? Even in the prank of the African dude, everyone was laughing afterwards. So I'm like, oh, this is funny. So right when class ends, right? That boring ass class, please, I actually can't get, bro, that class is so boring, bro. I swear. So right when we finish that class, it's time to go for lunch. So my dumbass thought it would be a perfect idea with my hands in my pants still to say bye to my teacher. So I say bye to my teacher. Let me just show you how I did it, bro. So I say bye to my teacher, but I did it like this. Miss Johnson. I showed Miss Johnson my Johnson. Oh my god, I'm so goofy. Why did I even name myself? Alright, so basically the teacher, Miss Johnson, right? My English teacher. I did this. I'm like, bye Miss Johnson, I'm leaving. I did this. But right when I did that, she looked up and she's like, oh, bye. But she didn't see the thing. She didn't see this down here. She didn't see the thumb through the pants, the zipper. So I'm so retarded. I'm so crazy and brain dead. I'm like, I said it to her again. I said, bye, Miss Johnson. But this time, I'm like, bye, Miss Johnson. And I'm doing this.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
On God, I'm doing this. And wallahi, the story is 100% real, bro. I'm doing this. I'm looking down on it. I'm like, bye, Miss Johnson.
Huh?
Bro, right when bro, I don't know what I was thinking. My brain was fried. 2 hours of doing nothing. I was so cooked. I'm like, yo, I do this. And then I do this to my pants. I do this to my pants. And then right when she sees it, she's like this. Like this. Like she does this right here. Like that. She gets scared like this. She does that, right? So when she does that, I'm like, oh, she got scared. But then 2 seconds right after that, my classmate asks her for like a question, right? So then she just starts helping that person out. So I'm like, oh, she probably thought it was nothing. Like she just started helping, like she just turned around like that, and then she just started helping the person out. So I'm like, oh, it's nothing. Like I probably didn't even do nothing. Like what did I do wrong then, right? So I'm like, oh, I probably didn't do nothing wrong. So I just go for my lunchtime round, right? I go for my lunchtime. My friend, the whole time who I showed who I did this to, my friend, he keeps telling me that, yo, you're so crazy for doing this. He's like, you're so crazy for doing this. I'm like, yo, what do you mean? Why am I crazy for this? It's nothing. It's cool. And through my brain is not even calculating what I just did. Like, I just like, I'm so cooked. Like, I only get 2 hours of sleep. So, bro, I'm not even really thinking about the consequences, bro. So I just did this, and then I go link with my other friends for lunch. And my other friend was telling everyone else, yo, how this guy showed Miss Johnson he put his thumb through his zipper and showed it to her. And they're all like, yo, this guy's crazy. Yo, you're so crazy for that. And I'm like, yo, what? It's not even that crazy. My brain was so cooked. And then, right after we left lunch, right? I go to my third period. Third period class was business. So I go to my business class. I'm sitting there. For like 10 minutes, we're into the class. We're just, just chilling, right? Then a call rings on the thing. On the classroom phone, it rings. And it's like, oh, can this person come? And then it wasn't my name. It was my friend's name. It was my other friend in that other class. It's not the same friend, but it's like a different friend, right? Now this friend just goes to the office and then comes back. And he's like, oh, is this about some picture day? I'm like, it's about like some graduation photo. Because I did this during my senior year. Yeah, I'm cooked for that. I know. So it was something about the graduation pictures. And he's like, yeah, it's something about the graduation. I'm like, oh, all right, bro. It's regular then. It's cool. Then, what do you call it? There's like the classroom phone rings again. And then they call me up. And I'm like, oh. Or there's like, oh, go to the office. And I'm like, oh, this guy just came from talking about graduation photos. And I didn't take my graduation photos either. So I'm like, oh, they're probably just going to talk to me about that. So I go to the office. While I'm going to the office, I'm like, what if it's not about that? I'm just thinking about it. I'm like, nah, it can't be, bro. He just asked about his graduation photos too. So I'm like, yo, it's probably just me too. Like, they're probably going through each and every class and just making sure, like, oh, they get their graduation photos in. So I'm like, oh, it's probably chill. I'm walking down the hallway, bro. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. There was one thick-ass shorty when I was walking out. So I just forgot everything. Like, I just forgot everything what I was thinking about while I was going to the office. Because this shorty was thick as shit. So basically, I just keep walking. I get inside the office. Holy. Yo. I get inside the office. I've already done an incident before this. So they already know my name now. I'm like, yo, it's a good thing if they don't know your name. It's a bad thing if they do know your name. Bro, the office, the receptionist, she's like, oh, Ahmad, come here. I'm like, all right. I walk in. I'm walking in. I come in there. And then she's like, oh yeah, you need to go to the office. I'm like, what? She like, oh yeah, the principal office. Go to the principal office. I'm like, okay. Bro, I swear to God, right when I look through the principal office, the door is literally cracked open and you can see 2 people in there. You can see the principal and you can see Miss Johnson just sitting there. And my heart, bro, this is what's literally happening. This is what's happening in my brain right now. Like, my heart, I don't even feel it. Like, I'm like, holy shit. My heart's shaking right now. I'm like, what the fuck is gonna happen, bro? I'm like, yo, what the fuck is gonna happen? I needed to think of a play right here. Like, so I was just thinking oh yeah, shit's serious, bro. Shit's super serious. It's crazy serious. So I'm like, yo, I just walk inside, and then she's like, oh, the principal like, oh, come sit down. And she said it with like a force and aggression. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, chill, shorty. I sit down, right? And then she's like, so Ahmad, what did he do today? I'm like, I don't know, just chill around with my friends and just went to classes. And then she's like, no, what did you do with Miss Johnson's class? I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, we probably just read some books and just called it a day. Then Miss Johnson is sitting like, let me just tell you like the layout of this. So the principal is sitting right there, the desk, and I'm sitting right here, and Miss Johnson is sitting right here, right next to me. So she's like, no, Ahmad, what did you do before you left my class? I'm like, what? And then she like, stop trying to act dumb. What did he do before he left my class? I'm like, oh, are you talking about that little joke that I did? And then the little joke that I did, I'm retarded. And she's like, yes, you did something with your pants in your zippers. I'm like, what? She like, you showed me your, down there, you showed me something. And I'm like, I'm like, oh yeah. It was nothing, it was just on my thumb. She's like, no, it wasn't. I'm like, what? I'm like, this shorty out here probably thinking I actually showed her my fucking dick. I'm like, nah, I didn't. And then she's like, no, you did. I'm like, no, it was my thumb. And then, yo, the principal is the most freakiest person alive. And you know what's so crazy? The principal is from my country. She's from Pakistan, just like me. Bro, she couldn't even cut me no slack, bro. I'm from your own country, broski. Bro, this shorty literally said, she's like, oh, so what did you do? I'm like, oh, I just pulled my, I didn't even want to say it, cause bro, it's like 2 women inside, and it's just me, like, it's so weird. And I'm like, yeah, I put my thumb through my zippers, and then she like, wait, let me see, bro. Right when she said, let me see, I'm like,
Huh?
I'm like,
Hey,
yo,
what the fuck?
I'm like, what did this shorty just say to me? She like, let me see, and she kept saying it, she kept repeating it. I'm like, let me see. I'm like, what are you trying to see, bro? This shorty literally made me get up, and I had to show her what I did. So I showed my principal this. I'm like, yeah, I did this. Like, I was doing this. I'm like, it's just a joke. It's nothing serious, bro. She's like, sit down right now. I'm like, okay. I'm like, yo, what the? She like, did you know that? Like, no, Miss Johnson on the right was like, you know, I called the police. I called the police for this. And she like midway, I stopped and I wanted to do this whole meeting with you to see where your head was at, and with what we're gonna do in this meeting, and with what decisions you're gonna make. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna contact them or not. I'm like, what? Sure, you threatening me? I'm like, what? Wait, not even that. She said the police. She said the police, the Toronto police. I'm like, oh hell nah. I'm like, no, not the police, buddy. Oh, nah. Bro, the whole time in my head, I'm like, yo, I'm so cooked. Bro, these shorties are not even like, they think it's like, yo, I was just joking at first. It wasn't nothing crazy, bro. Bro, and my retarded ass really thought this was fun. So then, what do you call it? Miss Johnson's like, so, what did you want to say to me about that? I'm like, I don't want to say nothing about that. And like, I mean, it was a joke. I'm very sorry if you feel offended. And then she's like, I feel very offended. And she's like, in my 10 years of, in my 20 years of teaching, I've never experienced nothing like this. I'm like, what? I'm like, you never got trolled in your life before? Bro. I'm like, yo, this shorty's gonna, bro. And this shorty's like a feminist too. It's so crazy. Like, this shorty's like one of the shorties that die hard for the fucking woman. Like, I'm a feminist too, bro. I like the shorties. What? Like, what? So I'm like, yo, what do you call it? She like, so basically this is what we're gonna do to you. Bro, just my essay? I didn't essay nothing, bro. What are you talking about? How's that sexual assault? You're talking about this is sexual assault? This is sexual assault? I guess that's sexual assault. It's putting my thumb through a thing. I didn't actually show her my piece. So basically, what do you call it? So basically, she's like, oh, so we're gonna give you 3 days of suspension, and we're gonna give you your parents and mother are gonna pick you up right now, and not in 3 days. I think it was a week of suspension. She's like, we're gonna give you a week of suspension, and your parents are gonna come pick you up right now, and yeah. And the whole time I'm thinking like, yo, I'm cooked. Like, I'm actually so cooked. Cause this isn't my first time doing this, like doing something crazy like this. Like, I already done something like this a month ago, and I'll do that story time later. But I did something crazy like that literally a month ago. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm cooked, bro. And my parents, like, they're already mad at me from like last month. So I'm like, yo, if they find out about this right now and they get called up right now, and I'm already thinking in my head like, yo, they probably already called and they're already coming right now. And I just know they're gonna be so disappointed, bro. I started tearing up, bro. Like, I had to tear up. Cause bro, I'm like, yo, if I don't tear up, I'm cooked. Like, they're gonna come here and I'm cooked. Like, I'm already cooked from like last month. Like, I already did so much goofy shit. So I'm like, yo, I teared up. I teared up. I had to. I'm not gonna take shit out the story, bro. I teared up, and then I'm like, yo, I just can't do this. Like, I'm already failing like classes. Like, I'm a good boy. Like, I don't do nothing. I don't do nothing, bro. And then, bro, the shorty on my right, Miss Johnson. She just couldn't see my face no more. She's like, she just didn't want to see me like tearing up. Johnson's like, yo, can I talk to the principal real quick? And can you leave the store? Leave the office. I'm like, okay, I'll leave the office. I'm just sitting there contemplating about my life, bro. I'm like, what did I just do, bro? What did I just do? Cause bro, think about it. She was literally about to call the police. She did call the police, but she was like, depending on how this meeting goes, I'm gonna keep it here, bro. So basically, bro, I was sitting down in the office, and I'm just wishing like more teachers come through so I could talk to him, bro. So this one teacher comes through, such a real one, bro. I can't even say his name, but I'm gonna say Mr. K. I'll say the name Mr. K. So Mr. K comes through. I'm like, yo, I need your help right now. Like, I just got on something like serious. I just did something goofy. He's like, yo, what did you do? I'm like, I showed my thumb through my zippers. He's like, oh my god, Ahmed, what are you doing? And he's like, so what teacher did you show it to? I'm like, Miss Johnson. And then he's like, oh my god. He started going crazy. And then there's this other teacher that came too. It was like Miss, I'm not gonna say her name, Miss G. I'll say her name. And then she's like, I asked her for help too. I'm like, yo, can you just put in like a good word, say I'm a good kid, and I'll do nothing like this? And then like Mr. K, bro, he put in such a good word for me. I ain't gonna lie, he like such a real one, bro. He put in a good word for me, and then what do you call it? I get called back into the office, and then they say that, oh, you're only gonna get a 1 day of suspension, and we won't have your parents come pick you up right now. So I'm like, okay, like, yo, that's chill. I could deal with that. 1 day, I was gonna have to figure out how to skip that 1 day, bro. I could probably find a way to skip it out. I don't care. At least as long as they don't gotta find out. And they're like, we won't. Listen to this part right here. We won't send a letter to your home. That's what they said. They said, we won't send a letter to your home. I'm like, all right, that's a good thing. I don't want my parents to know. So we walk out, and she like, you gotta write a heartfelt note. Here, let me show you a picture right here. You gotta write a letter to the teacher, apologizing and everything. So I'm like, yo, man, give me that shit. Writing heartfelt apologies are the easiest thing ever. Just do the things that they say that they're most proud of. Like, they do the most, like this one time she did something about like putting like something on her website and doing like extra work for it. So I'm like, yo, that's easy work. I'm gonna say, yo, you do a lot of things. You do a lot of good things. You make everyone happy. And I see you're trying to make everyone entertained. And I'm so sorry for doing this, bro. Easy. And then even when I gave her that letter, she was like, it was such an amazing letter. I know. Because I'm not retarded. I'm retarded. I know she's gonna like it, bro. All my friends are like, yo, I heard you got suspended. You got suspended, bro. But then everyone just started coming to the office just looking weird at me. And that's why they took a picture of this right here. This other shorty, she said, oh, you know they're gonna send this letter to your parents. I'm like, no, they're not. They said they're not. And she like, they are. They lied to me. They said the same thing. And then they sent the letter. Bro. After 1 month, this is about like time when it's about to be prom. Like, I think prom was about to be in like 2 days. Bro. I get this letter right here. Bro, this is what they said right here. Look at the top. Look at the top part right here. Right here. The disciplinary... Alright, so basically this was a letter. The disciplinary action is a result of following conduct. Aid/inciting harmful behavior. Ahmed put his finger through his open zipper and got his teacher's attention. Bro, imagine getting a letter from your kid doing some goofy shit like this, bro. And I come home and I didn't even know this letter came. So I just see this letter and I see my mom already ripped this apart, bro. My mom already ripped this apart and she's mad, bro. She looks at me and she's like, yo, what do you do? I'm like, I didn't do nothing. And mind you, I did some goofy shit a month ago. And I'm a good kid. I don't do nothing like this, bro. I did some goofy shit like this. And then she's like mad at me right in my face. And like on my back and shit. And I don't know what she was like, bro. Like, she was super mad at me, alright? And I'm like, yo, it was nothing. And she's like, oh, it says you got a 1 day suspension here. So what day was it? I'm like, the day I lied to you that I was sick and I couldn't come. And she was mad at me. But it wasn't that crazy. Like, she wasn't that mad at me. I'm like, oh, it was nothing. Like, it's not even going to be on a record or nothing. Bro. The bald dude who works at one of the principals, I think he kept it there. And it's still on my record. He never took it out. They lied to me and said they'll take it out after 1 week or 2 weeks. They never took it out. Because when I went there, I asked the same bald dude that gave me a suspension. He's like, nah, we're not leaving it out. I'm like, what? Bro, I swear to God, I was so mad. He's not taking out that thing, bro. That shit's still probably on my record. And then, bro, my principal on the day of my graduation, you know what she said? I'm happy you graduated. And then she's like, I for a second I thought you weren't gonna graduate. I'm like, what the? This bitch really told me I wasn't gonna graduate? Who the fuck are you, gang? Like, fuck you. I was gonna graduate easy. That was gonna be easy money anyways. Like, why did Shorty act like I wasn't gonna graduate? For then, I hate that teacher. Like, not that teacher. Shout out to Miss Johnson. I didn't mean to do that. But the principal was on some goofy shit. And let me put this one last thing in there. The teacher's favorite movie is The Dictator. Her favorite movie is The Dictator. So the whole time I'm like, yo, why did she do this to me? And she just did this goofy shit to me. Like, yo, you watch The Dictator. You watch, like, funny movies. You watch banter. So, like, why is she coming after me for this? So I'm like, bro, it's whatever, bro. But that was a story time on when I showed my dick to my teacher, bro. That was the craziest story time ever, bro.